Hey guys, it's Kevin. Today we're going to work on this ET-8550 Printhead Carriage. I'm going to show you how to uninstall it and give you some tips about how to put it back. First thing, we uninstall this serial encoder cable. I'll show that in a separate video. How can I know about this? We can go to BCH Technologies.com and search for ET-8550 parts list. And we select this document. I constantly update this document, so whenever I have a new update, you should automatically receive a new link for the newest version. When I make a new video, I put a little YouTube icon here. You click that, it will jump to how to work with this part. Therefore, just follow that document and have the CR encoder strip removed. Now we're going to remove this CR motor. Hold down the motor belt, pull it to your right, and then you can release the belt on the right. Do the same thing on the left side, and have the belt removed. Now we're going to take a Phillips #1 screwdriver and remove the 2 screws on the CR motor. And then we push the motor back. Next, we're going to use a Phillips screwdriver #2 and remove 2 screws and take off that plate. Once the plate off, we're going to loosen the wires. And now we're going to remove the power supply by removing 3 screws. Hold it and slide towards you, and the power supply will be off. And now we come to an important part, the change lever. I see the change lever can slide here. It's held back by a spring. And when I move it, and notice the white gear switch position. That's why it's called a change lever. So we're going to take off this spring first. You can just hold it, slide a little bit, and it's going to come off. And here give you a better look when you install the 2 notches that you put a spring in. By change lever, I mean the transmission slider. And here you can see we took off 2 screws, removed the plate, and then we removed the spring. And now we work on 541, the cam holder. The cam holder looks like this, like a white box, and is secured by a screw in the front. So we're going to remove that screw. The cam holder has a tab on the further side, so we're going to loosen that tab. However, you won't be able to remove the cam holder yet because those black things are holding in the back. And we're going to remove a couple screws from here and the 3rd screw. And everything just falls off. And now gently remove the cam holder. And see, this is how it should be put together for the cam holder. Selection slider and a rod, and inside there's a spring. For anything you're putting back, you put a spring in first, then the rod, then the selection slot. Now we're going to work on this transmission slider. To take it off, we need to take the cabin station off. For the cabin station, we're going to take off 3 screws. Here's the first one, and here's the second one. And here's the 3rd one. So you rock a little bit and turn to the back. And now we can push the transmission slider towards back. Just like this. And now you can take it off completely. And now you have a big change gear. Also, you have a big spring for the change gear. And we're going to remove this metal bracket. And of course, we need to take off all the FFC cables. For the first time you take it off, you're going to find out maybe some part stop you, for example, the belt, and just take a look, see what's stopping you. but you should be able to take the Printhead Carriage out. Let's take a look of CR Carriage. So this cable is the CRPW cable, and it goes to this subboard. And this subboard is mounted with a CR encoder reader. And this is the paper width PW sensor cable, and it goes down to the PW sensor. And this is the APG, and it adjusts the height of the printhead. That normally you have malfunction. This is the lever. When you slide it, it makes the printhead higher or lower on the planet. To check if it's still working, slowly slide it, and you can see the white part coming out. Okay, that's going to push on the frame, make the printhead go higher. And here's the driving belt. We'll take the belt off, just make sure you understand. There's a smooth side and there's a rough side, or have the side with the teeth. Okay, and you can imagine the inner circle should have the teeth so it can hold on to the motor. Okay, only the section that put in the CR carriage have a teeth on the both sides. For installation, it should be straightforward. If you couldn't follow my video and install it back, then don't do it. This is not for you, okay? Except this transmission lever part. So there's a shaft. We put a spring on it. So for this gear, you can see it has two sides. One side, it goes in, so we can put a spring into it. And the other side, this side is flat. So we have the flat side towards us, and the side with a spring can into it towards the spring, match the cross on the shaft and push in. And the transmission lever going to push like this. So with one hand holding the spring and the change gear, we pull the transmission lever on and make sure it can slide. And for the cam gearbox, make sure it like this. So you have a spring inside and you have a rod, and then you have this switch gear. Look like this. Right? And this transmission box has to hold that rod on the transmission lever. Make sure that the plastic rod is inside this box. After that, install the spring and use your hand to test the lever. So when you slide the lever towards the right, see? And when you release, it is going to come back. All right, I just walked through how to take off the Printhead Carriage, how to take off the cam holder and the transmission slider and the transmission gear. I hope you should be comfortable to work on the ET-8550. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please visit us at BCH Technologies.com or locally, Greensboro, North Carolina. Cheers.